Some CS2 skins are known for being extremely rare, such as this factory new Splash Jam. Only 53 of these exist out of over a billion skins. Now, when Anomaly made his video about the rarest skins, he crowned the Splash Jam the rarest skin in the game.
The rarest skin in CSGO is the Scar20 Splash Jam.
But guess what? It's not even top 10. I went through pretty much every single skin possible to find the actual rarest skins in the game. So here we go, the top 10 rarest skins in CS2. This video was made possible by SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is an instant trading site, and trading your skins to different ones is as simple as selecting the skins you want to get rid of, selecting the skins you want, and hitting trade. If you don't quite have enough funds, you can top up your balance with a 35% deposit bonus with my code TechSavvy. Additionally, if you're a first-time user, you get a free $5 to use in your first trade. They also don't charge any overpay for good floats, so if you need trade up inputs, SkinsMonkey is a great place to get them. And not only that, but they're always running multiple giveaways, so even if you don't have any skins to trade, there's something here for you to check out. SkinsMonkey is the only reason I'm able to do such crazy videos as this one, so if you want to support the channel, or if you just want to claim your free $5, go check them out, link in the description. There's no simple answer to what the rarest skin is. There's many interpretations, but today what I'm taking a look at is we're gonna consider every skin in every condition, including stat track and souvenir, but we're ignoring pattern templates. So the Karambit 387 with only one in existence in Factory New does not count as the rarest skin. So essentially what I'm doing here is if two skins go to different Steam Market pages when you list them on Steam, then they're considered different skins. If they go to the same Steam Market listing, then they're considered the same skin. So the 387 Factory New Karambit Case Hardened would be grouped in with all other Factory New Karambit Case Hardens. I hope that makes sense, but if it doesn't, just keep watching and you'll understand. I'm gonna start off with some honorable mentions. First off, of course, the Factory New Scar20 Splash Jam, a Factory New classified from the Militia Collection. Only 53 of these exist. Old collection, high rarity, very tight float cap. That's why it's rare. Next, we have the StatTrak well-worn sawed-off Kraken with only 52 in existence. This is from an old and expensive case, and it's float capped at 0.4, so well-worn is extremely rare, and StatTrak coverts, as we all know, are rarer than knives. Next up, we have a personal favorite, the StatTrak Battle-Scarred USP Orion from the Huntsman case. This guy is also float-capped, but at 0.5. It's somehow even rarer than the Kraken with only 51 in existence, and I actually traded up to 1. 2. 1. Oh, we got it! What? The 3%? And the last honorable mention goes to StatTrak Minimum Wear Black Pearl Knives. And because this is a group of skins, it's kind of hard to say how many there are, but there's actually some skins that don't even exist yet. So the Bowie knife, the Huntsman knife, the M9 bayonet, the Stiletto knife, and the Ursus knife all do not exist in StatTrak Minimum Wear Black Pearl finishes. The reason these are so rare is because to unbox one, you first have to hit a knife, 1 in 384. Then it has to be StatTrak, 1 in 10. Then it has to be a Doppler, which is an additional roughly 1 in 10. Then you have to get the Black Pearl, which is once again a 1 in 10. And finally, it has to be Minimum Wear, which is an additional 1 in 27. I don't even want to calculate what the drop rate is. It's astronomically low. I was originally gonna put these in spot number 1, but then I remembered that, of course, Black Pearls are grouped together with Dopplers, so they're not their own skin category, so that's why they're here in the honorable mention section. I'm giving away this M4 Player 2, and all that you have to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment anything that you'd like, and make sure that your trade link is in your YouTube bio so I can send you the item if you win. Starting off with number 10 on the list, we have two skins actually. These are the Factory New Souvenir Mil-Specs from the old Vertigo collection. These skins are honestly not that cool, but the reason they're so rare is that they're float capped at 0.06, and the Vertigo collection did not drop souvenirs from many majors. And in fact, judging by the amount of Starladder Berlin stickers, I'm fairly certain that that's the only major these were available from. Moving on to the number 9 spot, we have the Souvenir Factory New M4 Radiation Hazard from the old Nuke collection. collection. And although it was available for multiple majors, there's only 33 of these in existence. Yes, I know that's more than 31 and 32, but because I grouped the AKs and the P90s, I feel like the M4 deserves the 9th spot. In the 8th spot, guess what we have? Another souvenir factory new skin, but this time it's much newer. The M4A1S Welcome to the Jungle, with only 26 in existence in factory new. I was genuinely surprised by the fact that this guy's on the list, but I guess people are not the biggest fan of the Ancient Collection, and because there's only 26 in existence, these autographless souvenirs are still extremely rare. I actually have a Welcome to the Jungle, but it's not souvenir factory new. Mine is battle scarred. Next up on the list, guess the condition. Yes, it's factory new, and yes, it's souvenir. It's the Mag 7 Bulldozer from the old Mirage collection. This guy is really cool. Look at the gold stickers with the yellow Bulldozer Mag 7. It's one of my favorites on this list, and with only 23 in existence, good luck getting your hands on one. The number 6 spot on the list is finally not souvenir. It is the StatTrak Well-Worn Howl. A consistent theme on the list is going to be tight float caps, and this certainly is tight. The Howl is capped at 0.4, so the well-worn range for this skin is 0.38 to 0.4. The Howl by itself is already an extremely rare skin, so you add this tight float cap and the fact that it's StatTrak, and this gives you a ludicrously rare skin. Next up, number 5 on the list, we're back to souvenirs, and this is the newest skin on the entire list. It is the souvenir well-worn Imminent Danger. We're into single digit land because there's only 9 of these in existence. It's actually not some super tight float cap, but it does have to do with float caps. Usually on regular skins, well-worn is actually a lot more common than you'd think. This is represented by the height of this blue bar in the well-worn range of this float line, but this is not the case with these float cap skins like the Imminent Danger, because that blue bar, which by the way represents float density, moves to lower floats, and now we're left with this extremely low float density. Combine that with the relatively small width of the well-worn range and you get an insanely rare skin. The number 4 spot on the list is actually taken by 2 skins. Once again, they're souvenir factory new. I'm sensing a theme here, and they're the nuclear threats. So the P250 and the Tech 9 nuclear threat from the original Nuke collection. Each of these only has 2 in existence, and fun fact, all of the non-VAC banned ones are owned by the same person. This makes it literally impossible to get hold of. And now for the podium finishers. In the 3rd spot, we actually have many skins. These are the StatTrak factory new knives, specifically the ones that have a 0.06 float cap. Now there's so many in existence that I had to make a table, and I had to individually check all of these skins on the database, and there only exists 1 of all of the ones marked in yellow. Now again, the reason they're so rare is that they're knives. Additionally, their extremely tight float cap makes them extremely rare in factory new, and StatTrak is only 1 out of 10 of all those factory new knives. Moving on to the runner-up, we have the souvenir factory new M4A1S Nitro, one of my favorites on this list. We're only at the number 2 spot, but this skin only exists once. Souvenir skins from the Safe House collection did not drop for a long time. There's very few of them. In fact, there's multiple other souvenirs from the Safe House collection that only have 1 in existence in certain conditions, but the Nitro is by far the coolest and rarest. That's why this is the one that made the list. First off, it's a purple, which is the highest rarity possible in the Safe House collection, and on top of that, it's also 0.06 float capped. The odds of getting this skin from a souvenir package is actually so low that it's a miracle in itself that this skin exists. And we have arrived to the number 1 rarest skin in CS2, which is the StatTrak factory new classic knife Urban Mast. I know it's pretty anticlimactic. I was expecting some crazy skin, but it's just this kind of objectively ugly knife. And you may be wondering why I didn't group it in with all the knives in the 3rd spot. Those only had 1 in existence, but actually this classic knife does not exist. The one I'm inspecting here is a StatTrak minimum wear version. This seems to be the last non-Doppler gem knife that does not exist in StatTrak factory new yet. Now this list was definitely dominated by souvenirs and knives, and there's actually not a single skin that you could trade up to on this list. But fear not, Sparkle. Chronicles because just for you, I made a list of the top 10 rarest skins in CS2 that you can trade up to. I personally double checked to make sure that it's possible to trade up to each of these, and by far the hardest one is going to be the StatTrak Battlescarred M4 Bullet Rain because the highest possible float that you can trade up to is 0.4512, 0.0012 above the Battlescarred minimum float. These skins are not quite as rare as the ones on the list, but they're still definitely rare. Less than 100 exist of all of them. If anyone attempts these trade ups, best of luck. And if you would like to see another trade up video from me, check out this video next. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it.